Hello, I'm Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel. Today, my department began filing cases against the Trump administration for executive actions which are clear violations of federal law and the United States Constitution. I filed these suits under the authority of my office, the Michigan Department of Attorney General, on behalf of the people of the state of Michigan and as a constitutional officer of this state who is sworn to protect and defend the rights, liberties, and freedoms of Michigan residents. Donald J. Trump is the duly elected President of the United States. That position and his office grant him great power and authority. But, like all presidents, he and his appointees remain bound by the laws that govern our great nation. I have grave concerns regarding many of the proposed actions President Trump and those who have been selected to serve in his administration have publicly promoted. Many of these actions would involve flagrant violations of the United States Constitution, the Administrative Procedures Act, and other federal laws and long-held standards and confines by which all public actors must abide. Winning an election does not allow a president to implement his policies free of all legal constraints or constitutional considerations. Our courts have said so time and again in regard to each and every man to serve in this office and in the federal government since the United States Supreme Court issued its decision in Marbury v. Madison back in 1803. I will not be initiating or joining in litigation against the president simply for the sake of policy disagreements or politics. President Trump won the election, and elections have consequences. However, the concepts of separation of powers, the non-delegation doctrine, and an arbitrariness review by the judiciary are not new to the Oval or executive offices. If the policies of the administration and the federal government, firstly, violate the law, and secondly, inflict specific concrete harm or injury to the state of Michigan or her residents, I am bound by the oath of my office to take action. While it's true that a majority of Michigan voters selected Donald Trump to serve as our president, the whims of the majority cannot and should not be permitted to infringe upon the rights and liberties of the minority. It's the guiding principle upon which America was founded and has operated for the last 2 centuries and more. When I first ran for the office of Michigan Attorney General in 2018, I did so with the pledge and the promise of holding the federal government accountable for legal transgressions and trespasses committed against the people of this great state. I did my best to keep that promise in my first term of office, and I believe the voters of this state expect no less of me in my second term. My hope is that President Trump and his administration plan to implement his policies in a lawful manner that supports the safety, security, and general welfare of Michiganders and of all Americans. But in the event our laws are compromised, I will be prepared to do what I've always done as a constitutional officer: protect and defend the people of the state of Michigan.